We all don't have good days every day. I don't care who you are, who's worth talking to. I remember me and Don Lake had this convo in his office. I don't think he remembers, but I spoke and I had us say it together. Who's worth talking to? Yes, that was a couple years back. Pretty much everything we've talked about in my friend Don's office, I got done handling all my personal business except this book. But believe me on this, I'm on page 140. I'm going to get this published and done. Who knows what after this? Shit, lol. Can you see cameras, lights, and action? That piece of shit life is over. And I'll be looking like William Shakespeare. Then the hell with Alfalfa. I almost forgot to capitalize his name. He's not important. He's another man's treasure. Yes, I love you with all my heart. I tell her. Keep reading, man. I love you. Walking past those raggedy, lazy females, the ones with the romance books, and the man she was waiting on died last night in the Southside Hospital. So if you're into that shit and you feel you are sexy enough for Mr. Good Stuff, put the luggage down and come talk to Who's Worth Talking to. Chapter 9, Judgment. For some strange reason, I then ran a thought through my mind about judgment. I kinda can hear people say as I walk by, he's sure taking his sweet time to hypnotize us. If I was that type of guy, I really don't care at all what anyone thinks about me. And this book is not to be judged and has nothing to do with music that I like, rap, R&B, or hip hop. This has to deal with some things that happen in my life and looking for shelter, safety to be in my true armored colors, the type of vehicular homicide I might die from. These fumes from gas, diesel in it, I've been bleeding out my ass because of it probably. I want things exactly perfect, and if I am dying, then I want to be able to have a chance for that classic date with Tony Braxton. Expenses are great quality besides. I'm not used to being rich, but who said you can't have dreams? Well, I say, if I've been accidentally pursuing others' dreams, I'm sorry. I guess what goes around comes around. And I wonder who's been taking mine, who's worth talking to. I see the love that I would love to share with the woman of my life. Isn't there or may not be able to reach her ever, and hoping I don't die at the last moment or someone kills me. But hey, who cares about a man that wants to be the man for you? So please be cool, ladies. Be real cool. I like things relaxed. If things were my way, you wouldn't have such a hard time in bed. Someone's going to kill me. Well, look, things are serious. I'm just trying to keep your eyes open wide in society, period. I'm saying, let's get together as all nations and leave none out, not one person. I just thought about becoming a CIA for economical values, and there are a lot of communication that or we're being missing out on. I guess that's what an underdog does. He comes and swipes everything out. But hey, it's about that time that I let go on all these political crimes that yours and let me do mine. And I take my time while I'm dropping on these lines. I look around, they all dumbfound, they all wannabes. How can you rap to hoes like that? I ain't reaching the crowd till I make the party say hip hop. But as far as communication, it's like you're talking to Slick Rick. I get my point across like Rick Ross, big in the draws. Well, people just knows how those parts are. I guess that's life. Most of the time lately in life, I feel how can I stop and help you and I can't help myself. Plus, I'm in a danger all day long. So as long as I can get to where I need to be in a hurry, I'll be safe at the nearest stop near you. It's like to the nearest destination. Who's worth talking to? I was supposed to get a colonoscopy in Indianapolis, because my colon was cut, or I may have some internal bleeding. It was a personal secret. Well, let's say I wasn't looking for anyone to figure that out, but hey, that's life. Once again, I have a walk through the park before my apartment, and there was a white woman standing around talking on the phone. She says, or it sounds like she said, "You worship yourself." I said, "No, I worship my woman. The only women that are close enough to me is African American. But I know white females are out for my life. But what I must say to my beloved black woman, must I do what must I do to gain your understanding? Because when we're together, it's like Mrs. Butterworth. I know they want this dick, but I'm not going to give it to them unless I have my days with my woman that's left of me and for me. And they know I know the way and the truth and the way I want to be strength in our family life. And that's us together until we leave this place. If she can see it, why can't you? I think black females' hair is beautiful enough. You don't have to be perfect. All you have to do is rub your soft hair on my face, and I'll rub mine on your pretty smile and those round eyes and lips. I love your sexiness. You're beautiful. I never said you're not. And sex is an everyday occurrence. Your soft skin, that kiss at night, and I'm just wanting to lust for your hug, a hug, kiss until we're asleep. I'll say that all people are beautiful in their own built-in character. It is just about who's around them at times and who can see the accent that will work for the person. As a charm, I've had some wonderful choices of friends with accents that wasn't the usual, but basically as long as they're not pests. Chapter 10. Victim under the circumstances. I could have been a whole lot better person than I am right now. I'm talking about my own economical development I set up for myself. But through this pain or discrimination actions, and because of white folks, courts, and mostly all white police officers, I wouldn't have been so discriminated against whites. Hell, I'm only playing a defense role until I'm able to have full recovery of all life's satisfactions, and then you'll see a different side of me that you have never seen before. It's not like I'm a movie star, but I've been thinking of a few rape episodes I would play in the lights of the camera and film. But yes, not part of life's freedom, not a percent, not half, but all life's qualities. Then I can have all my economic concerns dealt with. Now, we all know, whoever has been reading this book, that I've had more problems than math or algebra and biology. So put those pieces to the puzzle and my little discriminant actions make sense and they add up. So you do the math. I was thinking on the diploma, I think I've done so much studying and reading and life sciences, I probably will receive one after this book is put on the shelf. Maybe a notice from Wall Street Journal or Time New York magazines. The world's most intriguing discriminated man, and the first to know there is a great value of discrimination to all people, not only on him, but there's enough and a way for something to be done for those criticizing situations, especially for America Today. And possibly I could get escorted to that show, America Today, Who's Worth Talking to. I do not believe that life begins with what sign you are, Pisces or Virgo, Capricorn. Bullshit. Who cares? It's not important. It would be a problem with people that look for those signs to hold a conversation with a person and think because of those signs we can establish things better because we're the same sign. I think it sounds like an easy way to start a fight, if you ask me. I say, who's worth talking to? I do bring it up sometimes because I think we have, or she looks like a Capricorn. Look like I'm a bust a cap in your ass if you don't shut the fuck up. For one, reason. Your breath stinks, or you're talking about shit that I could care less about. I'm thinking of a way how to get my dick wet, and you're over here blowing me out with those germs or those females that look like a walleye and ask her what's her sign because I'm thinking of a blow job in my mind. But most of the time I'm wrong. But most of the time I get some pussy and some head. After that it's cool. So I just go with my life. But I usually always have good sex. But lately since then I got older and have more than enough dick when I do have sex with a woman. Nowadays, we both say thank you to one another. I may not be the best man in the world, but I'm a hell of a release and I love to share it. I love the laughs of relief because it feels so wonderful. I feel like the man on the moon. It's like gravity. It's uplifting pleasure. I was reading a sexual social book and it told me how good do you think you feel when you are relieving others and yourself from 1 to 10? And if you're not happy with what you are driving, someone is ripping you off. It said, backtrack, who's worth talking to? So after I read that part of the book, I had sex with another woman and I asked her how it felt when she busted a nut, when we busted a nut together. She said, really, really, really good. I said, and laughed. For some strange and odd reason, I got this small problem. Some people don't want me around my own city I was born in, but not raised in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I was born in Yankton, South Dakota. That's not right. Before I came to Sioux Falls, I got off the bus in Capital, South Dakota, Pierre. And guess what? I was staying in a hotel called Motel 8 that after some time of renting a room until my finances were spent, the police got me some help from the SSD officers there for a few days. My rooms were paid off for about 15 days, but I had 11 days left before my check came. I had a apartment ready for me there. The policeman wouldn't let me stay, wouldn't even trust me for a few days so I could rent the apartment. He asked me, one of the officers there in Pierre, why I wanted to live in such a boring city anyways. I told him I'm just tired of the same old, same old. Said, we're going to get you help and send you to a city where you can get some immediate help because the temperature is below regular temp because you will freeze here and we don't want that. So as I was getting on the bus at the Greyhound station, they said they're going to use the hell out of him to the other officers. So there's something going on out here. I say people are very, very jealous of me, but hey, I have a place to stay. I'm human, and if that's the case, who's worth talking to under these circumstances of poor situations?